Breaking news for Chargers fans. Have you ever felt the ground shake, not from an earthquake, but from huge football news? Well, buckle up, because what just hit the Chargers world is nothing short of pure chaos. We've got 4 jaw-dropping updates that could flip this team's future upside down. Think shock, surprise, and serious excitement, all packed into one storm of news. Before we break it down, don't forget, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and hit the bell icon so you never miss the latest Chargers updates. Let's jump into it. Imagine this: a risky but exciting gift just dropped from the sky, wrapped in raw talent. The name? Drake Jackson. Yeah, the same Drake Jackson who was a second-round pick in 2022. He was let go by the 49ers after a knee injury took him out in 2024. But guess what? He's back in the game, cleared and expected to be ready for training camp. Now here's why this matters. The Chargers need a spark on the edge. Khalil Mack is a legend, no doubt, but he's not going to carry the defense forever. Tuli Tuipulotu has shown flashes of brilliance, but he's still finding his rhythm. Enter Drake Jackson, fast, explosive, and that spin move? Go watch his tape. It's unreal. He could be the missing piece the Chargers didn't even know they needed. And here's the kicker. He's cheap, like barely a blip on the budget cheap. This is the kind of move smart teams make, snagging talented players others overlook. Could Jim Harbaugh and GM Joe Ortiz be planning something genius here? Something bold? The Chargers might be building more than a team. They might be building a surprise contender. Is Drake Jackson worth the risk? Chargers fans are split. All right, let's be real. Not everything about this move screams perfect. That knee injury? It's a red flag. There's a real chance Jackson may never be 100%, and that has fans torn down the middle. Some are calling him a steal, while others see a gamble. I've seen comments like, even if he's only half as good, it's still a win. Meanwhile, others say, why take the risk? Let the rookies shine. Here's the truth. This is a low-risk, high-reward play. If Jackson turns out to be healthy and dangerous, the Chargers' defense could hit a new level. And if not, we move forward with the original plan. No harm done, but just imagine the impact. It's the fourth quarter. Tight game against the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes drops back, and bam, Jackson crashes in for the sack. That's not just a play, that's a SoFi Stadium eruption. That's the moment that changes games, and maybe the season. Would you roll the dice on Jackson, or play it safe and stick with the rookies? But wait, it gets crazier. While everyone's eyes were on the big names, the Chargers quietly made a move that could flip the offense on its head. Rocket Sanders. Yes, that Rocket Sanders. Somehow, this guy went undrafted. But now, he's in lightning blue. And let me tell you, this isn't just a camp body. This guy is a problem for defenses. Over 3,100 yards and 33 touchdowns in college. 2-time All-SEC, ran a 4.4 at the Combine. How did no one grab him? At rookie minicamp, the Chargers ran a clever setup. Part tryout, part treasure hunt. And when Sanders hit the field, the coaches didn't need a full workout to know this kid's the real deal. He's got size, speed, and insane field vision. Some are already comparing him to elite-level backs. Now imagine him rotating in with the likes of Kamani Vidal, Jarrett Patterson, or even Najee Harris if he lands here. A thunder and lightning combo in the making. Rocket Sanders might just be the undrafted gem of the year. And the Chargers. They didn't just find him, they snatched him before anyone else could. Could Rocket Sanders be the steal of the year? The buzz around Rocket Sanders isn't just noise, it's a roar. Chargers fans are lighting up social media, calling him the steal of the year. But let's be honest, not everyone's convinced. Can an undrafted guy really break through in a crowded backfield? Here's why this move might be a quiet masterstroke. For years, the Chargers have leaned on veterans, often injured, often inconsistent. The ground game needed fresh legs, and Sanders brings not just speed, but explosiveness. He's a home run hitter with breakaway ability and vision that turns short runs into big gains. Sure, he had some minor injury setbacks in college, but if he stays healthy, he could easily rise to RB2 or more. Just picture this. Play action. Justin Herbert fakes the handoff, Sanders slips into open space, and boom, 20 yards just like that. That's exactly the kind of football Jim Harbaugh loves. Tough, physical, and ground-heavy. And against teams like the Chiefs, who often crumble against strong run games, Sanders could become a secret weapon. Now, let's keep it real. He's not guaranteed a starting spot. The backfield's crowded and he'll have to prove himself fast. But the investment? Zero. The upside? Sky high. This isn't a lucky shot. This is the Chargers thinking smart, building depth, and playing chess while others play checkers. Now buckle up. This next one is wild. What if I told you the Chargers almost pulled off a bold draft day move that could have shaken everything? According to multiple reports, Jim Harbaugh and GM Joe Hortiz were this close to trading the 22nd pick to the Detroit Lions. The Lions were eager to move up, chasing an edge rusher, likely James Pierce Jr., who ended up going 26 to the Falcons. The proposed deal? The Lions might have offered their 70th overall pick, possibly a 6th or 7th too, just to leap from 28 to 22. But the Chargers? They stood their ground and took Hampton instead. Now fans are torn. Did we dodge a risky trade and grab a future star? Or did we miss out on a defensive game-changer? What's clear is this. Harbaugh and Hortiz made a bold call under pressure, and that moment could define how this draft class is remembered. Harbaugh's big draft call. Did the Chargers get it right with Hampton? When the draft clock was ticking and the trade offers came flying in, Jim Harbaugh didn't flinch. He made it crystal clear. Hampton was his guy. A tough, instinctive running back built for Harbaugh's gritty, smash-mouth style. He wasn't just a fit, he was the blueprint. But here's where things get interesting. While the Chargers locked in Hampton at 22, a top-tier edge rusher, James Pierce Jr., was still on the board. A player some say could have changed the entire face of our defense. That's the kind of elite pressure weapon we haven't had since Joey Bosa was in his prime. The debate among fans? Red hot. Some are saying, Hampton's great, but Pierce could have been a game wrecker. Others argue, trust Harbaugh, he's building the offense brick by brick. And let's be fair, our backfield did need a reliable hammer. Hampton brings that. He's powerful, durable, and can take the pressure off Herbert. Could we have waited and taken him at 28? Maybe, but there was no guarantee. If Harbaugh truly believed Hampton was the engine for his offense, then standing firm was a bold but clear decision. Defensively, there's still hope. We've got Khalil Mack, Tuli Tuipulotu, and maybe Drake Jackson if he delivers. But still, imagining Pierce hunting quarterbacks in a Chargers jersey? That one stings a little. This choice is going to echo through future seasons. If Hampton becomes the foundation of the ground game? Masterstroke. If Pierce turns into an all-pro in Atlanta? Well, you already know. But wait, it gets even wilder. Just when you thought the draft room drama was over, another bombshell leaked. The Chargers nearly made a trade with the Philadelphia Eagles. Yes, another team tried to jump up to that number. 22nd pick. Reports say Philly had their eyes on a top-tier defensive prospect, possibly even Pierce, and were willing to deal. The offer? Likely a handful of picks, maybe even a third-rounder to move up. The plan for the Chargers would have been simple. Slide back, collect the extra ammo, and still try to grab Hampton later. But Harbaugh said no, again. He kept the pick, took his running back, stuck to his vision. Now fans are wondering, was this a genius move by a coach with a plan, or a missed chance to add serious depth? One thing's certain, Harbaugh isn't just coaching, he's crafting this team. And every draft decision is a clue to the identity he's building. Harbaugh's bold bet. Did the Chargers ignore a bigger need? When the Chargers locked in Hampton at pick 22, It wasn't just a surprise, it was a statement. Fans were buzzing for a top wide receiver. The need was obvious. A true WR1 to stretch defenses, help Herbert, and strike fear into secondaries. But Harbaugh? He went a different direction. He doubled down on power football. Some fans were furious. Another running back. They posted across social media, but others fired back just as loud. Hampton's gonna prove everyone wrong. This move wasn't random. It was classic Harbaugh. Dominate the trenches, eat the clock, and control games with a bruising run attack. Hampton fits that mold perfectly. Tough, instinctive, and built for 20-plus carries a game. His vision and balance make him dangerous from anywhere on the field. But here's the risk: passing on a chance to trade back and collect extra picks while skipping the chance to grab a top receiver. Even with Trey Harris and Keandre Lambert-Smith joining the mix, the team still lacks that true alpha WR1. And let's be honest, against teams like the Chiefs, who dare you to throw deep, a game-changing receiver can be the difference between almost winning and owning the moment. So the pressure's on. If Hampton hits and the run game dominates, Harbaugh looks like a genius. If he misses, and the Eagles or Lions turn those passed-up picks into stars, we'll be feeling it for seasons. But step back and look at the bigger picture. The Chargers are no longer playing it safe. They're making calculated, aggressive moves to build something new. Drake Jackson could revive the pass rush. Rocket Sanders might be the steal that lifts the offense. And those near trades with the Eagles and Lions? Proof that Harbaugh isn't afraid to shake things up. Choosing Hampton at 22 wasn't just a pick. It was a message. This team is going to run the ball, control the tempo, and punch teams in the mouth. The Chargers aren't chasing trends. They're setting the tone. So as the season creeps closer and SoFi Stadium gets ready to erupt, one question remains. Do you believe Harbaugh is building a dynasty or gambling against the modern NFL?